Tronical.
This dude is like locked away from the greater scene.
He is surprised that I'm shouting him out right now.
Everyone still like loves him. He just shows up and he's just like, yo, and everyone's just like, it's Tronical.
He's just a chill guy. Okay, yeah, that meme is dead. Sorry. It's Diddy. Oh, for cripe's sake. Horizon.
Yeah, that's a
Bruh.
NGL. That one does not fly with me, but what does fly with me is watching a great set here.
Yeah.
Winners quarters advantage states.
Yeah. Horizon, I laughed, but you are going to have to answer to Jesus for that.
We got I don't know. I feel like Ice Climbers probably do decent. This is like okay, so my day one mains were Ice Climbers, but also I was pretty bad, and like that was day one. And once Piranha Plant came out, that was my guy.
I do not know. I can't play Ice Climbers to save my life.
Yeah, but this is one of the characters that like just in general, like I don't really understand Diddy Kong as like a whole. Like he's very like common, at least like if you watch like a lot of majors, you know, you got Tweak, you got Aaron, you got Ryo, you got a lot of Japanese Diddy Kongs as well. But like I don't really understand how this character like I understand how he functions, but I don't understand how he functions like into things. So I think this will be really interesting to watch. I'm expecting Banana to like not get a ton of mileage just because, you know, Nana, I mean, I don't know how it interacts with like Nana, like if Nana's like useless when Popo gets tripped or whatever, but
yeah.
The Peanut Gun I could actually see being really useful to separate them. But finding that is kind of hard because the distance is like not amazing until you charge it, and then if you charge it, then it becomes more reactable.
Oh, that spike would have been insane.
And like, you know, Treyara, this dude, I talked to him a lot actually, and one thing he told me was, okay, that was a nice pair.
Nice.
But one thing he told me is, whenever I feel stuck with a bad Ices matchup, I go and I learn a new Ices tech and I get it down, and then I just go into the next set with like that person. So like, this dude is really technical. Like that, when he froze and he had the two fairs placed in different spots, and they both whiffed, but like he did that on purpose. He does like a lot of stuff like that on purpose. But to talk about Tosty, like I said, I don't know much about Diddy Kong, but the little bit I've talked to this guy, the way that he talks about the game is really, really smart. I was like complaining one time, like, oh man, I feel like I'm not getting better. I'm not doing very good, blah, blah, blah. And I was like talking to somebody else, bouncing like ideas I had to like try and get better. And one of the things I said is like, I kind of want to just watch some people play friendlies and look at like how their hands sit on the controller. And he walked up to me and said, that is really like, that's like a smart thing. And he like explained like a bunch of like random like micro things about the game to me within like a span of like 2 minutes before I'm going to play his next set. So this guy,
a bunch of those micro things that I do not have the time to learn because I'm an adult and I actually have a job and rent to pay. But he was playing it very smart earlier, like keeping Nana and Popo separated.
Yeah.
We got a bit of an audience around our projector right now watching the game.
Yeah, this is like something that was yelled over the last Treyara Advantage Day set that I saw was time Popo out. And even though you are at a stock deficit, you don't really want to go into Popo because, see, look, he waited for the opening, he threw the ice block, boom, jump up bear. You got to cover it. Because if you go into Popo, like, Icy still is a character that scraps, like, really hard. You know, like, fair is slow, but, like, it's very strong. You got, dude, that down tilt is gnarly. Forward tilt is, like, the only normal that Icy's has that, honestly, I think is just, like, whatever. Everything else is very, very solid.
Yeah.
And Icy's can scrap. So, like, if you, even though it's Sopo, where it's half the ability, or half the power and, like, no recovery power, you still, like, will get beat up because they are waiting for you to come in. And, yeah, like that squall is also very active. The up tilt also very active. The up air is also very active. Ice block train forcing Tosty to go
Seeing
high.
like the desyncing with the ice climbers, it's insane.
Yeah, no, desync, if I could like desync like consistently, I would maybe want to try ice climbers again. This character is so fun, so
I
cool.
would, but I don't know how.
Yeah, it's Ice Climbers is definitely like a learning curve. Like one thing is like I know a lot of people like rate Ices very high, but the thing is like there's no mid-level Ice Climbers players. Like the only people that play them are like very dedicated, at least in a bracket setting.
They're very, very dedicated to the game, or just have a lot of free time. which again,
Which is a form of dedication.
Yeah, if you're willing
High
to
swall is
actually
really smart.
do stuff with the game during your free time. Treyara is so sick, absolutely.
Got a lot of
He is
distance.
quite nice with
Yeah,
it.
the shield poke, that like the 2 up tilts, all the hits. Yeah, Diddy Kong smart hits. How does Diddy Kong answer like the?
Oh!
Okay, good DI from Tosty to survive that, and the monkey flip kick. I swear I saw the up air start up. So good on him for lining that up to not die. Yeah, see, down tilting just one. Like, I really feel like Diddy Kong struggles like a lot here. After only just seeing this one game.
There it is.
I know Tosty has a Mega
Game
Man.
1 to Treyara.
Because last week he said, I didn't have to bring up the Mega Man. I said, you have a Mega Man? And he said, look, Kevin, it's been this long that like someone's asking if I have a Mega Man. So I know he
Shortest
has a
icy
Mega Man.
game. Yeah, that one did go on for a while there. Like, that was a little over 5 minutes.
Okay, the reason you're saying shortest icy game, I think, is because it's a matchup that Ices does good in. If it's a matchup that Ices does bad in, they go pretty short, or not pretty short, but like Ices have to play back, but they're like Ices bad matchups are like really bad. Like Ices does have like decent MU spread, but the characters
Or they're just making a joke.
Huh?
Or they're just making a joke.
Yeah, no, I know, but like I'm taking the time between games to talk about it, like just whatever. But like, yeah, Ices, when Ices, like you think of Ices, you think of Ices losing,
Right.
what do you think of? I think of Sephiroth right away.
Sephiroth.
Because you can
Yeah,
F
got the
tilt
long
and
sword,
they,
yeah.
like,
And trying to keep the distance between them is definitely going to be essential.
back to Battlefield. This is interesting. I know we are in, this is still best of 3. I heard someone say, I mean, obviously, you know, everything in terms of like how you play the game, in terms of like actual play style in games and like bans and everything, it all comes down to comfortability. But one thing that I heard someone say was that if you ever lose on the same stage twice in a row, you should not run it back. And I think that, you know, it was one game, so it's best of 3. So like if I had that thought, I would think about it. But I think like Icy's vertical combos are very strong. So I'm wondering like what Tosty's game plan like is like going forward here to change it up.
Very interesting indeed.
Being stuck between the climbers without having them like ledge to ledge is very scary. Like he had the right idea and he had good things going for him, but he still got blizzarded.
Yeah. I don't know much about this matchup to really know who has the advantage over who.
From just watching that one game, I feel like it's like solid enough on Icy's side.
The way I see it, like in the end, it really comes down to the players playing as the characters.
Yeah, 100%.
That determines how the game's gonna go. Like
1,000%.
like one could be like Ridley versus Rob. Like Ridley obviously loses, but it depends on the players themselves. Like it could be a really good Ridley player and a bad Rob player, or vice versa. That really depends on how the game goes.
Oh, that was actually really smart, just covering the ledge.
That was very, very smart.
I think, you know, finding one thing about like playing this game more is when you learn matchup experience and you get checkmates, like, you know, killing with the barrels. That really is like a gratifying feeling. And like, you know, he got out of what felt like a checkmate, which are Icy's cutscene combos by DIing. I believe out is what you want to do. It's like, I think it's like down and out to not get spiked by that fair there. That's another thing. Like when you hit one climber, but you flank with the other. But I don't think sure. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Unfortunate
he's not
SD.
coming back from that one.
Really unfortunate SD from Tosty, because like this game was, I would honestly consider it close until then.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yup.
Yeah, Icy's time. Here's Tosty. Okay, the aggressive get up. I think like Tosty's gotten most of like his, I would say like his good moments when he's aggressive coming from ledge. I feel like Treyara has not been as ready for that as he's needed to be.
Oh, smart move.
Yeah, nah, he.
And it's enough. The comeback is possible. Commentator's curse, so take that with a grain of salt.
All right, running back to just grab the banana. I think that is much better than trying to fish for something because he could just have like Nana hit like a bear or something. And then that'll start like a whole other sequence.
A lot of times you don't want to fish for a specific
Good match.
moment to happen, because that's how you end up getting inside your head, and what you want to happen just won't happen overall.
Good separation. Like separating and grabbing the banana, I think has been the play. That's been like the switch up in this game too. That has made things a lot better for Tosty.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness! There it is.
They like to say, don't let the ices get the grab. That's why. Diddy, I mean, I don't know about Diddy's like. Actually don't know about his fall speed that much or anything, but like I feel like Diddy gets comboed pretty easy in general, and you don't. You just don't want to get grabbed and die.